Madam President, I fully support the passage of the bill today, the enactment of laws under Article 23 legislation. I'm deeply honored to be a member of the Bills Committee for the Safeguarding National Security Bill. As the chairman of the Bills Committee, Mr. Martin Liao rightly pointed out, the Bills Committee indeed cautiously and diligently scrutinized the bill. For almost 50 hours, we have raised more than 1,000 queries. We do cover many meaningful questions, and I'm so impressed by, first, the tremendous effort made by the government team working round the clock in preparing for the draft bill and addressing us in the course of the meetings. Second, we did offer our opinion to the government as regards a wide range of provisions, including, say, the full coverage of prosecution and public officers dealing with cases concerning national security to protect them from doxing and threatening. We appreciate the government rightly taking on board our opinion and make appropriate amendments swiftly. This actually showcases our decent interactions between the government and LegCo, as well as the spirit of good governance. Like many of you here, I do notice there have been a lot of falsehoods and smearing maliciously made by foreign governments, politicians, and Western pundits. And I think it's time for us to refute their groundless accusations and set the record straight. First, make no mistake, for the offense of external interference, the use of improper means including coercion or threatening must be proved. So normal communications and activities do not constitute any offense, which is enough to address concerns from international community. Second, unlike what the United Kingdom does in their National Security Act 2023, we don't do polygraph tests. Yes, guys, you hear me. Polygraph tests. In the United Kingdom, the government has a right to demand a person to receive polygraph tests. We don't do that in Hong Kong. Third, for the extension of detention, in some foreign countries like Singapore, under their Internal Security Act, the Singapore government is able to impose an order for detention of not exceeding 2 years without obtaining approval from court. Whereas in our bill, our Hong Kong police must strictly follow the rules to apply to court for obtaining approval for detention, not more than 14 days in total. Our independent judiciary always vet the application to avoid abuse of the system. In the United States, there is so-called FARA, which is the Foreign Agents Registration Act, which stipulates a strict registration system to monitor activities of foreign agents. Likewise, the United Kingdom introduced similar draconian registration system for any foreign power institutions and entities. In Hong Kong, we don't do such registration system. Last but not least, under our bill, for the offense of theft of state secret, the government has embraced the opinion from public and introduced the public interest defense, which rightly strikes a balance between safeguarding national security and public's right to know. Bearing in mind that such a public interest defense is not even expressly included in the National Security Act 2023 in the United Kingdom. In this connection, we attach more importance to freedom of press and human rights than the UK government does. For all the above, it is crystal clear that our Article 23 legislation is more lenient than many other foreign countries. Our legislation strictly complies with human rights practice and international laws. Any ill-intentioned moves by foreign governments attempting to obstruct the passage of the bill will be doomed to fail. We have been waiting for more than 20-odd years to discharge our constitutional duty to legislate for Article 23. Our unwavering commitment to safeguarding our national security are supported by the vast majority of Hong Kong people from all walks of life. You may note from the 13,000 pieces of submissions received by the government at the end of the public consultation. The U.S. Consul General in Hong Kong falsely accused our Article 23 legislation and even called for release of Jim Lai, trampling our rule of law. The more they do on smearing our Article 23 legislation, the more we perceive the imminent need to improve our safeguarding national security system. to keep malicious foreign interference, espionage, and sabotage at bay. We all recall the chaos back in 2019. That is enough to explain the need to safeguard our national security. Upon the passage of the bill today, we can focus on developing our economy. The safer we are, the better our economy. Thank you, Madam President.